welcome to Connoisseurs and Conversations. I am Red Alert.
A real insight.
And today's drink is a little different. We typically drink things straight. We typically try to make sure our bourbons and our whiskeys are
Yeah,
straight from the bottle. Either you use
yeah,
a rock or you're drinking them straight, mainly so that we can get the taste of it. But it's
yeah,
about to be the summertime now. So you're
yeah.
gonna have a lot of folks who are doing cookouts and having events with the family.
That's
So
right.
the drink that I chose today, and this is my choice. This is
It's
the
your
drink that
boy's
I chose
choice here.
today
Yeah,
is one that's pre-mixed. Now, it's a brand that we're familiar with that we've had before,
yeah,
but this particular drink is their version of an old fashioned. This is High West
yeah,
old fashioned, barrel finished old fashioned.
yeah,
So you basically can just pour this straight into your glass with the rock, and you got your old fashioned mix right there.
yeah,
No, you're a High West fan. I think we've had it
yeah,
on one of the shows before. So I'll let you talk a little bit about the bourbon
yeah.
before we take a sip.
Yeah, so that is a old fashioned kind of cheating a little bit because it comes together. You don't have to make it, but I tell you, for a manufactured old fashioned that all you have to do is pour it in a bottle,
Hmm.
it's pretty doggone good, man. And so, you can taste the orange peel, the brown sugar, vanilla, the light oak, and the rye spice. It has just the right amount of spice to it. Um, I would like an orange peel in there, but it
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
has the orange peel flavor. As well. So it's sweet, but not overly sugary.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
not too bad.
So it's not bad at all. And so with old fashions, the etiquette is to have it and drink it with a
With the
cube
right,
in it,
with the block of ice.
with a
In this
block of
particular
ice.
case, we got Spears in
Got
ours.
a spear.
Yep.
But the ice actually opens up an old fashioned. So
Hmm.
without it, it'd probably be a little more sugary, because they are
Hmm.
sugary than just a regular bourbon in itself, because the other ingredients also have bitters in it as well.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing about old fashions, everybody has their own take on it, and I think
Right.
sometimes, especially for men, we can be a little bit heavy-handed with the bourbon, and it's not as sweet to some.
Yeah.
I think this has got a real good balance to it.
Well, it's made with a good bourbon. And so that's the quality right there. And it has just the right amount of mix in it as well. And so, you can pair this with a nice cigar.
Yes,
I
indeed.
would say like a medium body cigar would be perfect with
Hmm.
this. And so like a Rocky Patel or Padron or something like that, man, would be perfect.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my sip.
Yes, sir.
Salute, my brother.
Salute, man.
So yeah, this
It's,
is
it's pretty good.
it's pretty good. Like you said before, this is kind of a
Yeah.
cheat. Basically, you're taking a shortcut with
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take a shortcut and jump to the point of the conversation today because
Uh-oh.
we're gonna talk about cheat,
Uh-oh.
cheating songs to be exact.
You trying to tell on yourself or
No,
something?
no, 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 because
Oh,
we
okay.
don't cheat. So this ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's
This is
right.
all about
Uh-huh.
songs,
Uh-huh.
and I know that it's interesting because there are a lot of songs out there that you can fall into this category. So we can you can actually have songs that are blatantly about cheating.
Right,
You
right.
can have songs where the person thinks the other person is cheating.
Yeah.
You can have breakup songs where people are talking about,
Hmm.
there's somebody else or something like that.
Yeah.
What else?
Songs that lead into temptation,
Mm-hmm.
and songs that talk about I never thought I would be in this position before, you
Mm-hmm.
know, songs where you fall in love with somebody that you never thought you would, So there's a lot of deviations out of this cheating title that branches off to a lot of other areas of separation and relationships or longing to be back with the person that left you for someone
Oh yeah,
else.
yeah.
So I got a few of those that's pretty fun to talk about. So
Well,
this would be an interesting topic.
can you have a cheat song that's a favorite song though? That's one of your favorite songs that you playing in the car or playing, at the house all the time.
Yeah, I mean, especially the old school ones, right? Because
Yeah.
the music was so good that sometimes you ignored the words to the song.
Hmm.
And so I have several that we can get into that you jamming and don't realize what you're jamming to, you know? And so yeah, man, I'm excited about this one because I think we're going to catch a lot of people off guard with the songs that we talk about today.
Yeah. So how you want to do it? We can do tops. We can just throw out a couple. Um,
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask this question. What's the most recent cheat song that you can think of? I got one,
yeah.
but I want to see if you got one.
They don't make them like they used to. And this lady is one of your favorite artists, Jasmine
That's
Sullivan.
it. That's the most recent one that I could think of.
Bust your windows.
Yep, bust your windows out your car.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I guess nowadays people are so the songs are about hooking up in most cases.
Hmm.
So it's not really about the relationships. I don't know. Maybe Keisha Cole might fall into that category a little bit too. I
Yeah.
think one that came out quite a few years ago though.
Hmm.
It was either Marsha Ambrosia or Floetry. It was the "Hope She Cheat on You with a Basketball Player." That
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
But it's not a lot of them that I can think of in recent years. I'm talking like in the last 10,
Yeah.
15 years.
And I tell you, once we get into these songs, the way they were done back in the 70s and even 80s was so eloquently done with style and respect too.
Hmm.
It's talking about cheating, but like I say, you didn't notice unless you really listened to it. And then when you really listen to the words, they were still respectable.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't vulgar. It wasn't, we're going to do this. I'm going to pull you. It wasn't any of that
Right.
kind of stuff. It was a respect in how they treated each other. And actually, in the middle of those songs, there was a real love for that person. It was a triangular relationship. And an unfortunate, how did I get here? Because I really care about her, but I'm here and I want to be. It's one of those, what do you do? How did the
Hmm.
hell did I get here? Talking about the songs, yo. So, and so it's interesting, man. So, I'm ready to jump into
Let's
this,
let's jump
man.
into it. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna let
give
you
you a
go
couple.
first.
I'm not gonna hit the obvious ones right away,
Okay. All right.
but I'm gonna hit a couple.
Okay.
The first one I'm gonna go old school first.
Okay.
I heard it through the grapevine,
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Gaye, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that was remade by a bunch of folks.
Mm-hmm.
I heard through the grapevine, how much longer you gonna be mine? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty easy one to kind of figure out.
But
Well,
that's learning about betrayal through
yeah,
rumors.
through rumors.
Through rumors, yeah.
Yep. Then I'm gonna go another old school. This
Mhm.
this one's gonna be probably one that's not well known,
Uh-huh.
but Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
I'm in love
With the
with the
other
other
woman.
woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's on my list, yeah.
Then let me see one more old school one just to stay in the old school vein.
Hmm.
Oh, that's way too obvious. I don't want to do that one. Oh, Part Time Lover, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some old school ones. I'm gonna just throw out there
No,
for you.
that's one that I had on my list as well. And it had a catchy hook to it, right?
Hmm.
But it was talking about, the risks of living a double life, actually. And so it's just interesting. We jam into that song and not really know
Right.
what the hell are they talking about, you know?
Just by day, love us by night.
Right, right. Um, Again, they got different tentacles in here that, yes, is under the cheating title, but it can go in different fun areas with this. And so, one I would like to mention is Careless Whispers
Oh yeah.
by George Michael.
George Michael. Yep.
So this is, like a masterclass in guilt and
Hmm.
remorse for what was done.
What's the hook? Guilty feet have got. I'll
Guilt,
never go dance again. Guilty
guilty
feet
feet
have
has
got
got
no
no,
rhythm.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
all right.
So again, a song where you dancing with your lady and all in love, but the lyric
Hmm.
about regret. Um, Another one, Luther Ingram. If
Cheating in the next room.
well, not that
Not
one.
that one. Which
If
one?
loving you is
Oh
wrong,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't want to be right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so that's one.
I
Go ahead.
I think that's that and cheating in the next room were kind of the songs that I had in mind when I thought about this particular
Yeah.
topic.
Now, Cheating Next Room, maybe there's a couple different versions, different songs that title. I
Hmm.
thought ZZ Hill had one, the
No, you
blues
you
guy.
yeah, you're right.
ZZ Hill had that one, yeah. So, but in Loving You and Wrong, man, just challenging morality by defending a forbidden relationship. He's so what they called up. He's so his nose so wide open, man. He
he
just,
he he didn't threw morality out.
oh
He
man.
didn't threw any sort of principles that he had.
You know what that remind me of?
What's that?
Sunshine.
Put your mama on the
Put
phone.
your mom on the phone. I ain't never coming home. And one more, man, and I'm really a fan of this lady, and she was a church lady, and she did not feel comfortable singing these songs because of that. Um, I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give it away if I give you any more clues of who it is. But Shirley Murdoch,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
we
yeah.
lay.
As we lay.
She had two, but I'm gonna as we lay, and just the guilt. feeling of the morning after.
Mm-hmm.
So she's laying there, just guilty, but she
Man.
loved the time that she was with him,
Yep.
you
The
know,
thing that I like
guilty
about that
pleasure.
song,
Yeah.
there's no drums in it. It's just her
Hmm.
and the synth, and you can kind of hear
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
The her vocals are so prominent that
Yeah.
and it's blatant. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you got to be home to be with your wife, and
Yeah.
she hits that note.
Yeah.
And I remember playing that song at
Yeah.
when I was DJing at a club back in school,
Yeah.
and I remember playing that song. I mean, the song was that good that I could
Yeah.
play it, during the little breaks that we
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
at the events.
Well, I like to say that, I mean, she's a good woman. She's underrated because that lady could sing
She can
with
sing.
anybody
Yep.
and hit those notes. And, from Shaka Khan to Patti LaBelle, she's all that stuff and all in
Hmm.
between. And she ended up marrying one of the Zapp brothers, and they've been
Okay.
married
Okay.
30 something years, man. So she's a good lady, and she's singing gospel now. Actually has a nice little gospel album. I have her in my
Hmm.
my gospel
Now that's a good one.
music
That's
thing.
probably one of my
Uh-huh.
top cheating songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit you with a couple from that same era.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic Star, Secret Lovers.
Mm.
I know you had that on your list, but
Dude, no, that's good though.
that was I think for me that was one of the first cheating songs that I realized was a cheating song, basically. Now, but I mean, we're gonna get into some other ones that were right there when we were kids that came
Yeah.
out. But
Can we park there for a
go
second?
ahead.
So I'm gonna ask you a difficult question right now with this song right here, because that song was so good. It's
Hmm.
one of my favorite groups of the 80s. And the question that song makes you ask, can an affair ever be justified? Because you think about the words of that song and how in love they are and this and that. And so it makes you ask that question. Can it really be? The answer is no. But the feelings that was in
They
that
felt
song,
right. They felt like it was necessary. They felt like it was needed. They felt like it was appropriate at the
it
time.
felt like it was right. It
Secret
felt right.
lovers.
Secret
Yep.
lovers. Hey, that's what we gonna do. All right.
That's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
But it there's another one that goes well with that. The same sort of,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this and I'm just going to go with it, but I'm going to save it for last because I know that this it's one of the best ones
Okay. I
out
hope
there.
I don't say it before you say it.
If you do, that's fine. But
Okay.
everybody gonna know this song. But I'm
Okay.
gonna go with a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
I want to call it contemporary, but it's
Mm-hmm.
probably from the '90s. The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica.
Mm-hmm.
That's not from that. That's not necessarily about
Mm-hmm.
that's not directed at the cheater.
Mm-hmm.
It's two ladies talking about the same guy, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
two ladies having a conversation
Yep.
about the guy.
Yep.
Um, Lauryn Hill, X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
That's more personal. She's
Yeah.
not necessarily directing it
Yeah.
at
No.
him, but it's her feelings about the situation. But it's
That's right.
very clear that
Mm-hmm.
there was some shenanigans going on, which caused her to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, have to step away.
Yeah.
Um, contemporary, Fantasia, Free Yourself.
Yep. Yeah.
Great
I
vocalist.
like for shit. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Right, go ahead and free
Go
yourself.
ahead and free yourself.
Bye-bye.
I
Go
love
ahead and
that.
free yourself.
That's pop the collar there, boy.
Hmm.
I love that. I like that thing. My turn.
Yep, your turn.
So, got two good ones right here. Keep it on the what? Down low.
Because nobody wasn't.
It's to know.
Yes, sir.
Down low, down
Hmm.
low. That R. Kelly, the entire song is built around secrecy.
Yep.
And then where the term DL came from? Keep it on the DL, down low. I think that may be the
Might be
original of it.
another one of Kel's putting something in the
Yeah,
culture.
yeah, yeah. Man, Elvis Presley had one that was called Separate Ways, man. It's about love falls apart due to distance and mistrust. And how many people have long distance relationships, and then that make you, what's she doing? What he doing? And
Yep.
all the insecurities that come with that. It was a decent song.
So let me jump in with some since you talked about Elvis, I'm gonna jump in with some pop rock ones and
Okay.
some old school
What,
ones.
you?
Dion, the old school
Yeah.
60s, 70s guy, Run Around Sue,
Uh-huh.
was a really popular song back then.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's Girl,
Mm-hmm.
Rick Springfield. I wish
Mm-hmm.
I had Jesse's Girl.
Jesse's girl.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. Then I want to make sure I get this one. Aretha Franklin, I never loved a man like I love you.
Mm.
You know good. She just go in from the start of the song.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna end this little part with my
Right.
old school with this one.
Hmm.
And this is one of my favorite songs by this singer. It was redone more recently by a new generation. This is a
Hmm.
jazz song.
Hmm.
Nancy Wilson's Guess Who I Saw Today.
Yeah.
What I like most about this song is Nancy Wilson and Samara Joy to an extent. It's conversational. A lot of the
Yeah.
song is conversational.
Especially Nancy Wilson version.
And then when she gets to the point to the end, guess
Yeah.
who I saw today? I saw you.
Yeah.
Man, it's I just love the
Yeah.
way she brings that home.
And both of those versions are really nice. So you mentioned Ray Parker, the other woman. I don't know
Hmm.
what Ray Parker was going through, but he had another song called "A Woman Needs Love," just like you do.
Yeah.
She can
Don't
fool
kid
around,
herself into
just like
thinking that she
you
don't.
do.
Yep.
Don't kid yourself. You're thinking that she don't. Man, we're gonna play that. She can fool around.
I forgot about that
Hmm.
one.
So basically, what he was saying, neglect can create temptation.
But and that's we gonna take a little sidetrack on Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
How did he have that? What's the deal with them songs? I mean, he had that. He had "I'm in Love with the Other Woman." Then he had
Jack
the
and
Jack
Jill.
and Jill. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack fell down the hill.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know
but
what he was going
we gonna have to
through.
get him on Connoisseurs and Conversations.
Right.
He was bad
And
boy, man,
find out.
producer, played that bass, he played the
Exactly. He
drum.
was. Yeah, he was that
Um,
dude for a minute.
mhm.
And
And
this is before the Ghostbusters
before
days.
Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Ghostbusters was his breakout.
Yep.
Um, I don't know if we could talk about this dude because you and I, we bump heads on this. BB the Kane, the thrill is gone, you know. And so
The
that's
most
more about
popular blues artist ever.
the most popular blues artist, not pop artist. But that's about trust and passion. Kind of fade
Which song
away.
did you say?
The thrill is gone.
Yeah,
The
okay.
thrill
Yep.
is gone.
Yep.
Playing that Lucille and like I say, trust and passion and all those things that connect you together is just it ain't there no more.
Yep.
You know?
But the funny thing about the blues though is you got so many songs that will fall into this category.
Hmm.
Whether it was way back in the Mississippi blues to the Chicago blues to
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Like I had on my list Backdoor Man, Howlin' Wolf.
Hmm.
Of course, we talked about Cheating in the Next Room
Yeah.
by ZZ Hill
Yeah.
already. Someone else stepping in, Denise LaSalle.
Yeah.
And I know everybody know this because this is probably one
Hmm.
that if you listen to Southern soul music
Hmm.
and Southern blues, this was played a lot. And I'm talking about Johnny Taylor, Jody Got Your Girl and
Jody got your
Gone.
girl.
The
Yeah.
funny part about it is though, this is about the dude who's stepping out,
Yeah.
but he said there's a Jody in every town.
Mm.
So while you stepping out and doing this, that, and the other,
Yeah.
Jody done got your girl and gone.
Yeah. That that's a song, something about him too, because he had that cheaper to keeper.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, not necessarily, I guess it is kind of cheating, so to speak, but he said it's better still keep it than to let it
Hmm.
go. Ain't gonna hit your pocketbook. That's Johnny Teller talking. That ain't John Brown talking. Paula Abdul had Cold Hearted. You remember that? That was a hit for
Cold
her.
hearted snake. Yep.
Yeah, and so warning signs of like an unfaithful lover. And then one of my favorite unsung groups, Rose Royce.
Love don't live here anymore.
You
Yes,
abandoned
sir.
me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Love
sir.
don't live here anymore.
Hmm.
Doom, doom,
Man,
doom,
that song is
doom.
cold, boy.
Love has disappeared from the relationship.
Hmm.
But a
But
lot of things.
let me
Go
just
ahead.
interject.
Yeah.
The bridge where it builds up and you just got the synth and
Hmm.
the strings,
Hmm.
man.
Hmm.
Whew,
Bad, ain't
that's
it?
bad.
Yeah, and that lady can sing. They were a great group. And one thing about that song though, it you could feel what she was going through.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's the thing about music. And it's the thing that you have to be careful about too, is that all of these songs make you feel a certain way.
Hmm.
When we talked about a different situation, a different, I'm sorry, episode, I think with Jorge, when we was talking about relationships and that, we can't get caught up in our feelings because, relationship is not only about feelings, it's about the commitment
Right,
that you made and
right.
understanding that you go through this or what have you, blase, skip, blah, blah, blah. But my point is that these songs feel so good when you're going through a situation, though. You know, when your heart's broken, or when you're this or that and third, and that right song come on,
they're telling the story in the words that you may not have had,
it's real.
and it's real. Absolutely.
It's real. All this stuff is real. We talked about this on another episode, and I love this. Shirley Brown back in the day, woman to woman. She
Yeah.
called her out. She said, "Look, I need to talk to you,
Woman to
a
woman.
woman to woman."
Yes, sir.
I bought that. I bought all that stuff
Hmm.
he got on. Answer
Right.
that.
And
Yeah.
we can also go to Richard Dippersfield, the
Hmm.
papers on me and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. But we saved that for the blues episode. And if you didn't see it, go back and check it
Go
out.
back. That
Just
was a
go
good
back and check it out.
episode.
That was a good one. All right. So I'm gonna get to a couple of
The big ones.
no, we getting close to the big ones. I'm
Okay.
gonna say the big ones though. But
Okay.
I'm gonna go mid school is what I want to call it.
Okay.
This is still in the 90s.
Okay.
You got Aaliyah, If Your Girl Only Knew.
Yeah.
That wasn't R. Kelly produced, though, was it? I
I
can't
believe
remember
so.
now. I can't remember if it was or not.
Wow.
Um, but then you got
Okay.
this was a fun one. Orange Juice Jones.
Mhm.
I Saw You Walking in the Rain.
Mhm.
Um,
He was trolling her though.
he sure was.
He's like, I ain't paying all this money for you to be out there with that alley cat hush puppy wearing shoes, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Silly Rabbit.
Trick the
Uh,
kid. You're gonna learn one day. You're
and
gonna meet somebody like me one day.
then
Until then.
this one kind of brought everything back into perspective for a lot of people.
What's that?
It wasn't me,
Ooh,
Shaggy.
hey,
Mhm.
you know
He
where
was
they
called red-handed,
red-handed.
but wasn't me.
You know where
Wasn't
he
me.
got that from, huh? Eddie Murphy. In
Mhm.
his stand-up. He said, I saw you come out. Wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me. Wasn't me.
I look you dead. Wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me.
You said, hey,
Wasn't
wasn't
me.
me.
And
Ooh, ooh.
as long as you believe it and you keep saying it,
Yeah.
you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
And the
Y'all
co-
look up why I said ooh, ooh.
so mid and this is the late 90s, mid 2000s, Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake. Probably
Yeah,
not one of his more popular
yeah,
songs, but I think it was still
yeah,
a good one.
yeah,
No Doubt, Don't Speak, I Know What You're Saying. And then
yeah.
this is a popular song, but it probably didn't fit up on a lot of our radar.
Hmm.
Somebody that I used to know.
Yeah.
Can't pronounce the guy's name, Gaudier or something like that, but it was early 2000s.
Mm.
If you hear it, if you heard it, you know it.
Okay. All right. So, Dolly Parton had a nice song, man. It's called
Yeah.
Jolene.
Jolene, yep.
Yeah. So it's about fear of losing your partner to another person, and so that's part of under that insecurities that you have, and you
Hmm.
see somebody else and you think they look good and they might like, man, don't think, have confidence in yourself. You the prize, man or woman, you the prize, have confidence in you. God gave you that God-given confidence in yourself in him to not worry about that kind of stuff. They gonna do that, let them do that. That's their loss, not your loss. All right. And then um the Eagles, man, my Eagles, man.
Yeah,
Lion eyes.
yeah, yeah.
Just a whole vivid story. They told good stories in they song. Vivid
But
story
that
about
but
deception and double life. Now, and Lisa and I recently saw them at the Sphere
mhm.
last year. The Eagles in concert
This sphere,
at the Sphere
sphere.
in Vegas. And if you hadn't been to the Sphere yet, you should do that, American World. I tell you that the ambiance of that thing, everything is 360, is not a bad seat, and you feel like you're actually there. So wherever you're sitting there watching this and looking straight ahead, that's how it is in the theater.
This sphere.
Sphere.
Um, all right, you about ready to get into some of the heavy
Let's
hitters?
do it.
Before we do that, I'm gonna just throw out a couple that I might have missed that we didn't hit.
Okay.
Alanis Morissette, I'm here to remind you ought to know.
Mm-hmm.
Big hit for her.
Mm-hmm.
Another old school one.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of the Disney kids, a Mickey Mouse kid or whatever they call him. Connie Francis, I believe was her name.
Mm-hmm.
Lipstick on Your Collar,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
reminded me of another song by a group called Still Post, which is called oh gosh, I got
You talking
lipstick
about my
on my
Reagan band?
collar. Yeah, the
Yeah.
reggae band.
Yeah.
She found her phone number,
Mm-hmm.
found out. I think it's Love is Going Away. I think that's the name of the song. But I want to make sure I mention that one too.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Oh, I don't think this is gonna be on in anybody either of our tops, but Jill Scott, whenever you're around,
Hmm.
she talks about that other guy who's giving her the attention that she wants,
Hmm.
and it ain't necessarily the guy that she's with. So
Hmm.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I did
What's
mention
the one?
Keisha.
What's that song when she said, "Marry, you get married, marry." You know what I'm saying? I
Uh,
know we broke up, but I found out you
man,
get married. Y'all know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
kind of under there as well, and I should know because Jill Scott, my girl, she is my favorite female singer.
All right, I think
What? Go ahead.
go ahead. You got any
A
more?
couple more I want to get out that you may not have thought of before we get to the heavy hitters. We're probably going to say a couple of the same ones in the heavy hitters. But anyway,
Yep.
before I let go by May, you
Man.
jamming and dancing, to the song with Maze and
So
doing all your
if you
thing.
never listen to the
Yeah,
lyrics to that song,
yeah.
listen to the lyrics to the song. But that I don't think that's a cheating song. It's definitely a breakup song though.
That's what I mean. It's under that umbrella, just like a
We out
relationship
there,
damaged by
we
mistakes
out there
and
line
regret.
dancing
Yeah.
and having fun at the cookout to a song about somebody getting kicked to the curb.
Yeah,
That's for
before
sure.
let go. Yeah.
If I let go.
Um, the other one, Say My Name, Destiny's Child.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm.
Did you say that one already?
No, 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 I didn't.
Yeah, so like a suspicious partner
Yep.
kind of catches on to their partner having infidelity relationship. What's another one you might not think?
But you can the whole Lemonade album is basically
Yeah,
a confessional to a
yeah,
certain extent. And actually,
yeah,
one of the artists that we'll definitely talk about in a minute, I'm sure,
yeah.
is along the same lines as that.
I got one more I want to say is Jocelyn Brown. Somebody else has got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a nice song
I can't
too.
get off my high horse
Yeah.
yet, but I
So
can't
you
let go.
falling for someone else
Hmm.
that's committed to another relationship.
Hmm.
Think about how you
Ooh,
jam to that
what am I
song
supposed to
to
do?
do.
And
I'm
I'm
so in love with
loving you.
you.
And then I realize you're someone
Somebody else
else.
has got
God,
it.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good one.
So, but we jamming to that.
Yeah, we jamming to
We
that.
jamming to
We had to cook out doing the two-step to
doing
that
a
one, boy.
two-step to it, especially in
With
Chicago.
somebody being hurt
Yeah.
and getting cheated on.
Hmm.
Before we get into the heavy hitters,
Hmm.
does Gold Digger count as a cheating song?
Uh,
Kanye West?
I think it's under the
Because
umbrella.
the 18 years you find out that the kid wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's why I can include
Yeah.
that one.
I think
Um,
that falls under the umbrella of all the stuff we diverted to. Yeah.
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 All right. Heavy hitters. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, dog.
I'm gonna go kind of soft first.
Okay.
Creep, TLC.
Yeah, I got
Keep it
that
on
one.
the down low. Ain't nobody supposed to know. Yes, sir.
So this is a woman, and I don't like women like this. I don't like women like this. So women that cheat after feeling neglected by her
Hmm.
partner. So instead of
Absolutely.
working it out and,
Yep.
trying to make it work, you go out and fall for, this
It
silver tongue,
creeps.
soft ass. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
it
you know what?
but
Bump you and bump him too, you know?
this is young people issues. This is when you
Young
know.
people issue, they ain't that young when they made that song.
Nah, they were in their 20s.
No, they went in the
Nah,
30s.
they were in their 20s, man. They
Look
were
at that. They
still
in their
young. They were
30s. They ain't
still they
that
were
damn
still
young.
talking to folks. They weren't
Bullshit.
necessarily committed to nobody. So they creep.
I don't like women like
Keep it on the down
that. I
low.
ain't saying that, I'm just saying I don't like people like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going so I can talk about it.
uh
I'm
let's
on this
see.
all, y'all. On this all talk
Um
too.
the women's anthem for a minute.
Mhm.
Mary J. Blige, I'm not gonna cry no more. Made famous by what was that movie, Waiting to Exhale?
Yeah.
When she was walking away from the car scene or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. After she blew his shit up,
After she blew his car up, exactly.
threw all the stuff out on
Yeah.
the
With all his papers, all his clothes, all that kind of stuff.
sold his $3,000 golf clubs for 50 cent.
Hmm.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Let me go old school before before I turn it over to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Diana Ross,
Hmm.
Love Child.
Hmm.
That that's gangster because
Hmm.
that's autobiographical to a
Yeah.
lot of to a great extent.
Yeah.
It was, basically so you think about it. She's still on Motown.
Yeah.
She having an affair with Barry Gordy. and she write this song
Now,
about
why you
love,
putting her
child.
stuff out?
Cause it's out there. Everybody know out there.
You have to boot Diana Ross like that. She got children,
Besides,
man.
how
You
West is
talking about
talking.
her like
And
that.
her and that first child looked just like who?
You need to stop.
That first child looked just like who?
I'm just trying to make you feel guilty, though. But you know, she had another song that you didn't think of. Well, you may not have thought of that's talking about cheating too. Upside down.
Boy, you turn me inside
Inside
out.
out,
Yep.
round and round. But it's talking about a relationship with someone that's not
Yep.
familiar. It's on me.
It's on you.
All right. I'm about done. So these are my confessions.
Yes, sir. Whole CD.
The whole
The
doggone
whole
CD.
CD.
So the cool thing about Usher with this one, and he's not talking about him, Pop Your Collar. I think he's talking about Jermaine Dupri. I think that's about
Mm.
Jermaine. I know it's not about Usher, but I want to say, and they admitted this, but I
Mm.
could be wrong. If I'm wrong, wrong. But I think it was about anyway. My point is that the cool thing about the song is that he admitted. You know, it was a sorry ass admission, but it was meant, baby, I hope you can give me another chance, and I hope I'm man enough to tell you what I did. And blase skip, man, get up out of here with all that stuff.
Hey, but he put it on the line. He
Yeah.
said what he needed to say.
Mhm. I hope you
Uh,
know I'm man enough to. It ain't about you being man enough. It ain't about you. It's about her because you done jack messed up. You
now,
get what I'm saying?
I got another one by Usher
Ladies,
on
you
my
get
list.
what I'm saying. So,
You make me want to leave the one I'm with.
new
That's a little bit
relationship.
softer because he ain't necessarily committed to the
No,
cheating, but he right there in that place where
I got that on my
something could
list.
happen, right?
Yeah.
But
You make me
he ain't
wanna.
going. You make me wanna.
Yeah. That's, leave one relationship for another relationship.
Exactly.
All right. It's still on, is it me or
It's
you?
on you. It's on you.
I mean, because you did Creep, we did Confessions. This is the one
What's
that's a
the one?
tearjerker right here.
What you got? You got to take a sip. You
Mm-hmm.
know where to get this one out, huh?
Mm-hmm. Neither one of us.
Gladys Knight
Gladys
and the
Knight
Pips.
and them
Yes,
doggone
indeed. Yes,
Pips
indeed.
want to say goodbye. How
Ooh,
many
man.
people are in a situation today
That's a tough song,
that neither
boy.
one of us want? You love the person.
Yes, sir.
It ain't working,
But
but
neither one.
you don't want to be the one to say
Mm,
goodbye.
that's a tough song.
Yeah. But you know what? That means you got hope, though. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation like that, that means you got hope. Seek the good Lord and a counselor. And because you got that hope, because you don't want to say goodbye. If you wanted to say goodbye, that means you're up out of there. Right?
Yeah, but the way that she sings that song, boy,
Could nobody else do
can't
that song?
nobody else do
Did
that song.
anybody ever try to remake that
I'm
song?
sure somebody did, but ain't no,
That's blasphemy.
couldn't nobody do it like she did.
Some songs we need to have a
Uh,
episode on that. Songs you
songs that you
shouldn't
just leave alone.
leave it leave alone.
So we're gonna stay in the old school,
Okay.
but we haven't got to the one that I know
I know
an
where you're
ultimate
going. I
song.
think I know where you're going.
But I'm gonna go with this one, the
Okay.
Manhattans. Let's
Ooh,
just kiss and say goodbye.
isn't that just elegant though?
That's it is. It is. You know you're
Classy.
doing wrong,
Yeah.
and you know and he probably emotionally tired
Mm-hmm.
from his shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
How you know? What do you mean by tired of the shenanigans? What do you mean by
Hey
that?
man, when you not speaking from personal
You
experience,
kind of like you were
but I'm saying
talking like you knew what you're
if
talking about.
if your emotions are divided in two places,
Yeah.
that's a tough place to be in. Again, I'm saying I can't say that I've been there
Huh?
before because noobs don't cheat.
No.
But at the same time, from what I
Right.
understand,
Yeah.
that's a
From
tough
what you
place to
heard.
be in. From what I heard, that's a
You
tough
say
place to
no.
be in.
All right. All right. So let me see if I got another one that because all right, I got one for you. And this is not necessarily cheating, but it's under that umbrella that when this woman is like, I'm all about me, you know, women get into this, women, good women get to a place where, they was in a bad relationship. So they're all about their health and well-being and
Okay.
hobbies and stuff like that. And they're not looking for a man. And then Deborah Cox come out with, how
And how
did
did
you
you get
get here?
here? Nobody's
Nobody's
supposed to
supposed
be
to
here.
be here. That's one of my favorite songs,
That's a
man.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, it's about trying to trust again after a heartbreak.
Yep.
Is that a difficult thing to try to trust again after a heartbreak?
Always, because
Right?
people put up their defenses, they put up their walls, and they put up their shield.
Yeah.
And we talk. the Bible talks about turning the other cheek.
Hmm.
And what does that mean? It doesn't mean that you actually physically turn the other cheek. What it
Hmm.
means is you give that person the same space and the same grace and the same
Hmm.
opportunity
Preach.
to
Yeah,
be in the place where they once were. That's the
exactly.
forgiveness part of it.
Hmm.
It's getting, letting go of whatever the past hurt was, the
Hmm.
past offense was, and giving them the opportunity to be
Hmm.
back in that space. That's a hard place to be
That is a hard place to be.
because we put up our shields, we put up our defenses, and it's a incredibly mature thing to do to give somebody that grace and that space again.
So is it harder for a woman or a man to love after a
I
heartbreak?
think it's harder for a man to do so. One of my philosophies is, and I've shared this with other guys, is I don't
Hmm.
think men, at least most men, don't allow themselves to get hurt the same way twice.
Hmm.
They'll put up, the biggest wall, the biggest shield possible to make sure that they don't get hurt in that same way again. I mean, you can be cheated on multiple times. I'm not saying that you can't, once a guy gets cheated on, he not get cheated on again. But what happens though, a lot of times, once a guy gets cheated on, he becomes the cheater. He becomes the guy who is
Well,
that's what happens in the short term. Then he might mature and all that kind of stuff.
not all guys. I mean,
And I'm using broad
you talk about
generalizations.
yourself,
No,
oh,
I'm giving.
oh, you talking
I've
about,
never been in that
oh,
situation before.
oh,
I'm
okay.
giving broad generalizations. But again,
Yeah,
I think most guys don't allow themselves to get hurt the same way, the same exact way, multiple
I,
times. So it
I
makes it difficult for them to forgive.
I think it's harder for a woman,
Hmm.
and I'm a man. I'm a man's man, and I think it's harder for a woman to love because I think a woman loves with her entire being, her emotion. A woman, I'm talking about a good woman, because a woman gives herself to a man, where gives her body, her mind, her soul. She's vulnerable once she opens up that way. Whereas, men, it's not like that. We think different. We're conquerors. And I'm not saying that we don't love
So
in a sensitive way, but I think for a woman to open herself up and love a man like that and to be hurt after she's heard all these promises and this, and then you got to remember the man's nature and the woman's nature is totally different.
mhm.
And so when that trust is broken like that, it's very difficult for a woman to open
but
herself up again. I'm talking about a good woman,
but I- but I
open herself up
but I
again
think
to let another man come in there and get in that same spot.
but I
That's
think
tough.
but I think that
That's why a lot of good women, oh, let me this, or the data shows that the data show, you made to edit this out. The data shows that, a lot of women that are hurt like that become side pieces because they go with what's familiar.
well,
They go with what's so they may have a love from the past and he may be in a relationship that blase skip or whatever, and they reconnect, and
but,
that's what she's
but
comfortable, that's what he's comfortable.
and we don't have the
The
feminine
data
voice.
shows that.
We don't have the feminine voice here to give us
I'm
a
talking
kind of.
data.
Well, here's what I would say. I don't.
I
I
guarantee
think
I
that
know
falls.
I'm right.
I think that falls in line with what I would mention. Why it's harder for men to be to go back to that place or letting somebody in that second way. She's actually let that person in who she's become the side piece for. So I think that the right guy in the right time can probably get to that place where they're in that space where the woman is vulnerable again, versus a man letting a woman back into a space where he's vulnerable. I just don't think men
I
are vulnerable like
disagree.
that.
I
But
respectfully disagree.
I will also say that you're probably trying to get points with your wife or something like that, right? Not being all sensitive and stuff like that. But let's
No,
let's
but
just
let me make one more point about no, seriously. I call a spade, and I just I'm talking from a man perspective, but I understand women as well. And my point is that I know how men think in general, and I know how I could think if I didn't put boundaries around it.
sure.
And so it's difficult for women to find a really good man because
Well, and the numbers do say that.
well, it's difficult because especially the older and the more accomplished the man is. I mean, you go back to college days at Dillard University, New Orleans, Louisiana,
Yep.
and
Tuskegee University.
Tuskegee. I mean, it was 22-1.
Yeah, or anywhere from 10 to 1. It's the number of men, the ratio of men to women is
Yeah,
always skewed towards women,
yeah,
especially at HBCU.
yeah. And so, I mean, that's a huge statistic, you know?
Yeah,
And so, um,
man, and that doesn't necessarily mean that just because you went to college that makes you a good man.
no,
That
hell no.
that's not what we're saying. But we're saying that people who are trying to better themselves, educate themselves,
Yeah,
and choosing college for
yeah.
that way, the ratio of men to women tend to skew towards women.
And their options because Chris Rock, Chris. Uh, anyway, my point is that men that are more accomplished. I don't care what your race, creed, color is. They have more options to the opposite sex, and I say the opposite sex because that not necessarily a good woman,
True.
just the opposite sex.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it takes that good man to feed off that and to go after. And I hate to say it that way
So
because it,
so
it seems like that the man is in the dominant position. I don't mean to make it come across that way.
and well, we'll let our folks decide that. But I'm gonna segue back to these songs because what you're talking about
Yeah.
is epitomized in
This
this next
next
song that I'm
song.
about to talk
All
about.
right.
You
All
know
right.
the song I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
is Whitney Houston, "Saving All My Love for You."
Mm-hmm.
She know this dude is married.
Yeah.
She knows it. She
Yeah.
knows he's already taken,
Yep.
but he checks boxes and
Mm-hmm.
he gives her the fantasy about running away together and all this kind of stuff. Love gave me the right to be
Mm-hmm.
free. But nah, man.
This is
It's
a
pure
woman
fantasy.
waiting for a married man to leave his wife.
Hmm.
And
And
she's
she's saving
saving
all
all
the
the
love.
love.
We're not laughing at the situation. We
No.
just, I mean, it's appropriate to me.
And that was her first hit, her
Hmm.
first number one hit.
Yep. A big one too.
A
Big
big
one.
one. I thought you was going to say another one too, though, but I'll go ahead and say it.
Which one?
Me and Mrs. Jones,
To me, that's like the
Billy Paul.
penultimate, the that is the ultimate cheating song.
Yeah, that's why I thought you was going
No,
to say it.
I wasn't gonna go there yet, but yes, that is it.
Okay, so I got there too fast. Is what you saying?
That's cool.
It
That's
was
cool.
on your. So Billy Paul, me and Mrs. Jones, and it was made. It was. There's several renditions of this. So Tower of Power did it,
Yep.
and the Dramatics did
The
it,
dramatics,
which
not
is
the
my
band.
favorite.
Dramatics. Yep.
Dramatics is my favorite version of that song. But if you take the time to listen to all three, you won't like the dramatics first because because they harmonize. They got
They got different parts, different voices for different parts.
different
But
voices
Billy
in it.
Paul singing it from one person's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that original, but once you get into the different what's his name that went to sing with Tower Power? What's his name? The guy.
Oh,
And I cry, oh.
yeah.
Why can't we think of his
I
name?
know.
Yeah.
Lenny
Lenny
Williams.
Williams.
Lenny
So
Williams,
Lenny Williams, that's a beautiful version too.
who still sounds great to this day.
That
Yeah.
boy sung that song,
Yeah.
but them dramatics, y'all. They did that doggone thing, but it's nothing like the original Billy Paul and a secret affair that became one of the greatest storytelling songs in music history.
And so that song came out when I
Gamble
was,
Huff,
yes, sir, Philly International.
Philly
That song
International.
comes out when I'm a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and you can sing it and all that kind of stuff, and you don't really understand
Mm-hmm.
but that is a deep song. They
Mm-hmm.
meet every day at the same cafe.
Mm-hmm.
What time? 6:30.
6:30. And no one knows
No,
we'll be there.
right.
Yeah.
It paints such a vivid picture of what those two people are going through.
Yeah. I got a
Uh,
couple more, but
what
go
you
ahead.
got? What you got?
Um, Dorothy Moore, Misty Blue. That's one of my dad's favorite
Okay.
songs, just that was like a lingering emotional attachment.
Mm-hmm.
People our age know Misty Blue,
Mm-hmm.
but man, that is a beautiful song. And when I hear that song, it just takes me back to 1978, 77, 79, New Orleans Mardi Gras time. That's what I think
Okay.
about. When my mom and dad, we lived in an apartment, they playing bid whist, and they drinking
Right.
that cheap ass JB Scotch, and all their friends coming in and out of the door. Those are great memories,
Oh
man.
yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
those are great
That's
memories.
that's grown folks music.
That's grown
That's
folks music.
basically that's grown.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's grown folks
Yeah.
music.
And I'm stretching here a little bit, but is I think it's under the umbrella. Well, not this one. Beyonce, she had an irreplaceable.
Hmm.
To the left,
Yeah,
that remake
I
version
think
of
that
that.
kind of yeah, I think that
Did you
kind of
see
goes
that one?
into
No,
But
no,
I said the whole she has a whole
the
album
whole
that
album, yeah.
basically
But
lies.
that's a nice song too. That's in
Hmm.
my rotation. And then Erica Badu,
Other side of the game.
the other
Is that
side of
it?
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that
Yes,
one.
sir.
But she also had, and this is a little different, but this is where she popped the collar though. That damn Tyrone.
Call Tyrone. Yes, indeed.
You
Yes,
can't use
indeed.
my phone. You know,
But
when she,
that's not necessarily cheating. He's just a no good. He's just a
if
bad
he that no good, he
spouse.
cheat.
He, probably so.
He that no good, he cheat. And you say, look, if you know, what you said, all you do is ask me for some ass.
Hmm.
Some I forget the whole verse, but basically, you got to go call your boy,
Call your boy.
but you can't use my phone to call him. That is so player. That
It
is
is.
so drop the mic. That there's not a there's a extended version of that kind of smooths it out a little bit. That's better than the original. I play it for you here
Okay.
when we get done. Oh,
So
it's
so
nice.
let me throw out a
Mm,
couple
mm,
of
mm,
honorable
mm,
mentions that I
mm,
probably
mm,
missed saying.
mm, 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 mm,
Genuine, Cheating, Donnell Jones, Where I Want to
mm,
Be,
mm.
Music Soul Child,
Yeah,
Situations. I did mention Keisha Cole, I think, right?
you did. You did.
Um, but there's two
John
that
Legend, she don't have to know.
oh, I mean one more. Rolling in the Deep, I think, is a cheating song too. You could have had it all. Rolling in
Yeah.
the Deep, Adele. But but these two, well, I'm gonna give you three that I think are more contemporary, but gotta be on anybody's best cheating song list.
Okay.
Um, In My Bed, Drew Hill.
Yeah.
Shit, Damn, Mother, D'Angelo. That
Yeah.
was it wasn't released as a single. It was just
Hmm.
on the album. But
Hmm.
to me, that's like that's one of those top ones.
Yeah.
And then a group that didn't have a lot of hits, but this was their best hit.
Hmm.
It was Profile. You're a liar, you're a
Hmm.
cheater, and deceiver,
Hmm.
heartbreaker, and I
Yeah. Remember
won't
that?
let you
Yeah.
back in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That song, that's to me. If you're gonna have a playlist of cheating songs, that song's got to be on there.
Yeah.
It's got to be in your top 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. So let's do this, man. I'm gonna take a page out of your book and give me your top four.
Top four,
Top four song. Four, not four. Four.
four,
Moses Malone said four,
four, four,
four,
four.
four. Give me your top four songs that fits under this umbrella. And then I give you mine.
All right, all right. Top
And you
cheating
know
song.
what? You won't lose this time because it ain't that kind of thing. And I know you used to coming in second place. So this is not a win or lose. So I
Oh
save you from
gosh.
worrying about
Gee,
am I
gee,
lost again.
thanks, buddy. My top. If I had to limit it to four songs,
Mhm.
of course, me and Mrs. Jones is gonna be on there. That's
Okay.
probably number one.
All right.
Um, ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna have to put Profile on there, Liar.
Okay.
Um, yee, man, do I go old school or do I go more
You
contemporary?
got two more.
So I got Billy Paul,
I'll let you go
I
first.
got
Trying to see if
Profile.
Buffalo win, but you still struggling.
Man, come on, man. I'm trying to leave you some room to work with here. That's the problem.
You got more excuses.
Um,
Somebody in jail.
all right, I'm gonna go with In My Bed, Drew Hill,
See, you don't know how to pick them,
and
though. That's
then
a good song, though. But go ahead.
I'm gonna go
All right.
Jody's Got Your Girl and Gone.
All right.
Got
All right.
throw a
All
little
right.
Southern
That,
soul
that may
in
have
there.
saved you some respectability. All right. So I'm gonna go with Down Low.
R.
Keep
Kelly.
it on
Okay.
the down low. That if that ain't a cheating song, I don't know what a cheating
That's it.
song
That
is.
is it.
And again, this is the umbrella. Ain't all about you, the umbrella. And then I'm gonna go with Luther Ingram is loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. You know I got you. It's okay.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah, you know.
I mean, down low they ain't even started cheating yet. That he's just telling them to
It's
keep it on down.
okay,
Go, just
man.
go
You
ahead with the
used to.
rest of your list, man.
Neither one of us want to say goodbye. That's my third, and then Careless Whispers. Wow. It's okay, bro.
Hey, you still
I got you.
you can't beat Jody and you can't beat me and Mrs. Jones, but you
Get
got
out
a
of here.
decent list there.
So
You got a
here,
decent
no,
list
I know.
there.
Here's another one that is not necessarily about man and woman, but it's about just fake ass people. My damn OJ's Backstabbers.
Okay.
So Backstabbers is about betrayal of people that's
Yep.
close to you. They smile in your face,
All the time they want
trying
to
to
take your
take your
place.
place.
Hmm
Backstab. How
That's
many?
the first song about haters, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the first song about haters.
They smile in your face all the time, trying to take your place.
And I don't know if this fits,
Backstab.
but it's definitely a
Mm,
song about
mm,
remorse. The whole
mm,
town's laughing at me, Teddy
mm.
Pendergrass. Um,
That's one.
but I don't know if he was cheating, but he had the good one and he lost it. And I
He cheated.
lost
He
it.
was cheating.
Yeah. So I
He
think
lost
that,
it.
yeah, he lost it.
That should have been your top four.
Nah, man.
I didn't tell him my guy. How did I forget about
That's
that?
your guy.
The whole town. But think about it. You lose a woman that the whole time
Looking at you
laughing
and
at you.
laughing at you. Man, that's tough. And again, Philly International,
Such a
grown folks
fool.
music.
Such a call.
Silly fool,
How
how'd
do you
you lose
lose
such
such
a
a good
good
thing?
thing? Yep.
Had in the
Yep.
palm of my hand.
And I
And I
lost it.
lost it. And I be careful, because
What do you say? Maybe if I spend a little one more time with
yeah,
you.
maybe
Uh,
spend a little more time with
yes,
you.
sir.
Maybe we're gonna listen to some Teddy. What else I got to play for you, man? We on this on, dog. We feeling pretty good.
Hey,
That's what
what we can say is
you know what?
High West did not disappoint.
Man, that's a good old
That's
fashioned.
a good old fashioned right there.
That's a good old fashioned. What we're gonna do next time is make a smoky old fashioned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to
Make a
make a smoky
smoky.
old
I
fashioned.
got some utensils, so to speak, that we can make a smoky old fashioned. Man, sitting right over there.
Yep.
You heard me?
And we're not gonna cheat. We're gonna make the smoky with the smoke.
We make the smoke with the smoke.
With the smoke with the smoke.
Hopefully, we can do it where you take it off. You can see
You can
that
see
smoke
that
coming up out that thing.
exactly.
Okay.
So we got our top four. You got your four. I got my
I
four.
won again. But that's how we do. That's how
I
we
still got
roll.
my two. Me and Mrs. Jones is still, you can't touch that. I don't care what Careless Whisper is
I
doing.
gave you that one. Go
But
ahead.
but I know y'all. Did we miss something?
Did
That's
we
the
miss
question I
something?
have. Did we
Yeah.
miss something? And again, we're talking about
Mhm.
explicitly cheating songs. We're talking about the breakup where you think there's somebody else who's there.
One more.
You got one more?
My favorite rock band of all time, and I think they light skinned. All in all, she's gone.
Got to learn how to face it. She's gone.
I paid the
What
devil to
to replace
replace her.
her?
She's gone. I ain't
What
never
went
paid for
wrong?
her.
What went
Ooh,
wrong?
God. And
Hmm.
Ambrosia had some good songs too, breakup songs. Anyway, all right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
y'all tell us. Did we
Yeah.
miss something?
We missed them.
I know there's got to be a few more out there. We
Yeah.
didn't cover all the blues songs. I know there's a bunch of blues
Bunch of
songs
blues.
out there that fit this bill.
Bunch of blues.
Got to be a bunch of blues.
Oh, I know.
Be curious though, if there are any hip hop songs that talk about cheating and breakups. No, I mean I mentioned Gold Digger, but I wonder if there's any other out there.
They
Ghostface probably got a few.
they
I
are.
think he has some.
They
But
are.
is there any others that we missed out there?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're a bunch of them. I
Come on.
can't
Well,
because the narrative. I'm just thinking of the narrative of the
yep.
songs. They're a bunch of them.
So add to the list. Let us
Absolutely.
know who top four you think are the best.
Yeah.
But until then, we still high western with old fashions. But until the next episode of Connoisseurs and Conversations, we
We
out of
out.
here.
Peace.